Hello, my name is Kyler and I'm going to teach you how to, make a fake virus. Okay, so first of all, you're going to open a new Finder window. You can do this by clicking Finder in the dock or clicking File, New Finder window when you've clicked on the desktop. Now, you can click on Applications and then find your folder named AppleScript. Now that folder is very important, so double click it to open and double click Script Editor. Now I've already put it in my dock, so if you're going to be using this a lot, then you may want to do that too. All you have to do is drag it in. Now, as you can see, I have a new blank window, and they have record, stop, run, and compile. Now, compile isn't to compile it into different languages or for different processors, which is a bunch of technical stuff, but it's for let me show you a very simple thing. Now, notice this is all purple. Now, when I compile it, it figures out which parts are which and colors certain things different things. And that'll also tell you if you have an error in your code, because it looks through everything before it lets you do anything with it and makes sure that it's not going to crash your computer, which is another reason why AppleScript's one of the more forgiving languages. Now, I'm going to teach you how to make a fake virus. Now, you can control-click on this and click Dialogues. And then do Dialogue 2 buttons, 2 actions. And that'll automatically give you a certain amount of text. Now, if you want to look at this text, you can look at it, yourself, and when you do this, you can see if you can figure out. Actually, I'm going to do this with you. Display dialogue basically just means display a dialogue, and then these quotes are where you enter the text you want the dialogue to say. So I'm going to say virus detected. Then now, buttons. This is the part where you add your own button labels. I'm going to say shut down. And then the second, make sure these go between the quotes. Second, call 911. I'm going to be funny here. Now, default button 2, that's telling you that's the one you can press return, or the one that's highlighted and glowing. Now, if the button returned of the result is, so let's say shut, make sure this is exactly how you put it over here, shut down, then you can delete this little part. Now, this is where you add your own code and tell it what to do. Now, I'm going to say, tell application finder sleep. So, as you can see, it's not really shutting down, it's sleeping. Actually. And then, always make sure you do, after you say tell application something, you always have to say after you've told it what to do, and tell. Now, else means if you click anything else. Let's say display dialog. Fooled you. Now, when I don't do the buttons action, that just gives it a default OK and cancel. So I'm going to actually add that. Let's see. Buttons. Okay. I'm just gonna have that as my one button, and then end if means that it's ending the idea of if you click this, then it's gonna do this. So now we can click compile to add all this code into it. Okay, so there weren't any errors, fortunately. Now we can click run. We can try it. So we can look at our flaws and debug it and stuff, and of course shut down makes it go to sleep. I'm not going to demonstrate that. And sometimes it can take a little bit if your computer's doing a lot of other things, but usually not. And then call 911. Notice the default button 2 over here is making this glow, and you can use enter like I'm using now. And then it says fooled you, and you can click OK. Actually, I'm also going to say default, but in this case it's 1. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. We'll debug it later, but as you can see, and then I'm going to add an exclamation point there. Now, one of the things that are kind of more into the technical type things, and, you know, this is something you can experiment with, but, with icon stop. Wait a minute. Oh, whoop. Okay, with icon stop. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, let me quickly look at one of my other scripts. I don't know why this is so weird. This is the first one I made. Let's see. And it took me a couple days, so don't be intimidated. Let's see. Okay. Oh, whoop. I don't want that one. I want another one of my fake viruses. Here's one of them. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to get rid of this here. And put it there. Here we go. Hopefully this will work. Yay. Okay. So now you can see it's added this icon. Now that, you know, helps add some realism to it. Now one of the things you'll notice is that the menu bar doesn't have any text, and that's something you can never do in AppleScript, or at least I don't think you can do from what I've learned so far. And, okay, I think I've got this also. Default, but 1. Yay, okay. Now, let's see, I'm trying to think of something else I can tell you. You can save it for something like this, like a fake virus. You usually want to save it as an application, which means when you double click it, it runs rather than opening the text and showing you the text. So if you never want people that know this type of thing to be able to figure out how you use the code, you can use run only, but I'm not going to use that. And name it, I'm going to say fake virus. test, and save. Now it's here, and that's all I'm going to have for this specific tutorial.